All right, this is Wyatt Hicks. I'm here with my co-teacher, Alicia, and we are going to be going over French and English Bulldogs. Um, so why are they expensive, and how much does it cost to own one, to breed them? So there's several reasons why the breeds are expensive. My family actually breeds French and English Bulldogs. A normal dog, when they are in heat, they can lock naturally, breed naturally, and have puppies. If you've ever seen a French and English Bulldog, more than likely 99% of the time, they were artificially inseminated. They had to have a C-section. These breeds, their heads are very large, so they can't give birth out of the canal. So they have to have C-sections. But just to breed them, they can't lock naturally. So when they come into heat, you have to run these things called progesterone testing, which basically tells you like what their levels are. And you want them to be between a certain range, and then they artificially inseminate the dog with a tube. So if you've ever seen an English or French Bulldog, it was an AI baby. And then at about, I think it's 63 days, they get a C-section because they can't naturally give birth. And then sometimes puppies are bottle raised. Like at the moment we had a female, we've never had this issue before. We've been breeding for 15 years. And she produced no milk. So dad was bottle feeding every single hour for the last 4 weeks. So that's one of the contributing factors to why they're expensive, is because of the process it takes just to have the puppies. Next is bad breeders. What makes a bad breeder? So I'm gonna read this off since, y'all are there anyway. But what makes a bad breeder? To me, breeding unethically. So if you have a doodle, any, what would you call it, designer breed is a bad breeder. It's unethical, because breeding dogs, we have standards. So we have the American Kennel Club, AKC. So like, she is a miniature dachshund. Mini dachshunds are not supposed to be above 6 inches, no more than 11 pounds. Same thing goes for French Bulldogs and English Bulldogs. They have a standard. And so does every other breed. So breeding unethically would be, why would you breed two purebreds together to make a mutt? That doesn't make a lot of sense. As well as breeding two low quality dogs together to make a quick buck. So if I got a $500 French Bulldog with a long snout, long legs, it didn't look like the standard, and I bred it to another crap quality dog, then they're gonna be low quality dogs. Not health testing your dogs, that is another red flag. Don't breed without health testing. You want to make sure that the parents are health tested through OFA, that they're cleared. Let's go back to dachshunds. Dachshunds, they have a high chance of having intervertebral disc dysplasia, IVDD. And running those health tests, make sure that you're not breeding two dogs that could have issues. If you breed a dog that you don't know has a heart murmur and it's a genetic defect, you may pass that to the entire litter. Next one is conformation and structure. So the French Bulldogs are between 18 and 28 pounds, 11 to 13 inches. French Bulldogs between 50 and 55 pounds at 14 to 6 inches. I'm going to show you some images of a low and a high quality dog so you can kind of see the difference. So as you can see, like right here, they have long snouts. They don't look right. And then you see these don't look right either. So these are the French. As you can see, long snouts. They're just very disproportionate. But look at these. They're very boxed. They're very square. They look good. Same with these right here. Look at it. Boxed, squared. It looks good. This does not look good. It looks like you paid $1.99 and you got it from a crackhead off the side of the road. Next is health problems that come with the breeds. Just like with any dog, they're going to have health issues. I know Cavaliers, they have a 50% chance of having, I think it's some of the tubes in their heart collapsing by 5 years old. And by 10 years old, almost all of them in the breed have that. Dachshunds, I think it's 40% of them develop IVDD, and it's awful. Both English and French Bulldogs are brachycephalic, so their faces are very flat. They can't breathe properly. They can get obstructive airway syndrome, BAOS. They can get heat stroke very easily. They also have issues with cherry eye and cornea issues. inoperant and corneal ulcers because their face is so flat that their eyes can like have issues, which is another reason why you should health test. Ours, we had a boy we bought, he ended up with a cherry eye. We do not breed him. They can get skin fold infections. I mean, there's a lot of things that come with different breeds. Every breed has, you know, issues. Anyway, and then I follow that with, here's our dogs. Yeah, you can't really see them. But anyway, but yeah, just before you get a dog, you should make sure you get them ethically bred, you get them from a good breeder. And yeah, it's going to be more expensive. I have seen French Bulldogs go for $500, $1,000. I paid $500 for mine, but she's health tested. Her structure is immaculate. She has no health issues. You can go get a cheap one, but it's probably going to look lanky. Its face is going to be long. It's not going to look correct. I've seen some that looked almost like Boston Terriers. They don't look like the breed, but you get what you pay for, and that's how it is. So thank you for joining us on this lesson over dogs, and I will see y'all next week.